Hello, hello, hi, hi, folks. Welcome, welcome. Happy Wednesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. If you're joining me live, happen to join me live, let me know. It would be nice to know you're here. I know it's a little later than I have been going live, but man, I tell you, this past yeah, well, now week. It's been 6 days. Uh, it's been a little rough on my pancreas, but anyway, let me get on with tonight's message for you guys. This is so good, right? Um, I don't know if you've ever struggled to pick a role model. Now, if you're not into that stuff, then you probably haven't struggled at all, you know. But if you kind of want to pick a role model because you kind of see fit, but you don't really exactly know why, and you've kind of having a difficult time picking yourself one, well, consider this tip or this thought. I don't remember sharing this before in any other lives. So this may be the first time, maybe a second time. I don't remember if I've shared this before or not. But back in 2008 is when I first really got introduced to network marketing. It was 2008. And it was September of 2008. I remember like it was yesterday, right? And I had gone to a few meetings, not the company at that time, not that company, but I had gone to a few meetings here and there. But I never really like looked at network marketing. But 2008, a friend of mine calls me and says, "Hey man, we're gonna get so rich. We're gonna do this and do that. You got to be at this time on this day." And I knew what it was already, but I kind of had dogged this friend for a while, so I kind of felt like I owe him. That's really the truth. And I haven't told this story. I know I haven't told this story. Now I know for sure. So I'm going to shrink this story because it's not about the story, but it's about the message in this story. So I go to the meeting, right? It is 2008 whiteboard. A couple of you guys, one, two, three of you guys may watch this live, and you were there, you know. And he was drawing like circles and stuff like that, and I was just kind of doodling. I remember in my notebook, not paying any attention whatsoever until the very end. The very end, the speaker said one thing that made me literally, I was kind of doing this, it made me go like this. And I looked up at him. Shout out to Daniel Sung, if you know, but I didn't know him at that time at all. So I remember him saying this, and it never really dawned on me. It hit me then, but it never really dawned on me until like when I heard this message today again. It just hit me so hard. But I remember him saying, "Hey, listen, you may not like this stuff you hear, you may not be into this stuff at all, or what have you, but I'll leave you with this." I don't remember this exact part. This is kind of how I paraphrased it, but I'll leave you with this. And this was the message. He said, "You know what? You may see somebody that you're like, man, I want to dress like I want to dress like he does, or I want to dress like she does, or I want to drive that. I want to, I want to go out with somebody like that. I man, I want to live in that house. I kind of want to have that lifestyle." He goes, "I don't know about you, but my recommendation is if that's what you want, if you find a guy that walks like the way you want to walk, talks like the way you want to, dresses like the way you want to dress, or drives what you want to drive, or lives where you want to live, then drop it, drop everything you're doing and follow that guy. And I remember raising my eyes. I was like, this was the beginning of my disaster in 2008. And he said, "What? We're having a training on Saturday. If you like, come on down." And there was like, I think there was 14 or 14 of us in the room. And I decided to go to the training. So I went to the training, and it was amazing. And I ended up signing up with that company. That's a whole different story. But funny thing is, today I heard another message from Shadi. I forget her last name, and she said something about this psychology concept, role modeling, or finding a role model, if you would. And some of us have struggled with, like, who do we pick as a role model, right? So, and I love what she said here, and it kind of goes hand in hand with what I was sharing before. If you're joining me live, let me know you're here. I don't know if you're live here or not here, so I have no idea unless you drop a comment or something. So, and she said, and here's the thing, if you sometimes you can't see yourself doing stuff, so it's nice to see somebody who else has like paved the way, right? If like he or she dresses like you want to, lives where you want to, that kind of thing. So they've kind of paved the way. It's nice to see that. It's nice to see that where you're going, that road, somebody has already gone. Somebody's already gone and has got what you want, right? It's kind of nice to have that. So it's kind of nice to follow that role model, if you would, because you can't be what you can't see. Come on. How good is that right there? You can't be what you can't see. I want to dissect that a little bit. You know what? You can't be what you can't see. You can't, if you can't see it in your head, you can't be it. You cannot be it. I'm telling you. I've tried the other way. I've tried not seeing it in my head, and it didn't come true. You know what I mean? I've tried that way for years, and it just doesn't work. If you can't see it, you can't be it. Listen, sometimes you can't see it in your own head. I'll tell you what, this is where you borrow somebody else what they see, and you go with their belief. You see what they saw so that you can be what you want to be. Isn't that powerful right there? That's like a boom. Come on, that's so good, right? I mean, if I do say so myself. So you can't be what you can't see. You gotta see it. And if you can't, if you're having a hard time seeing it, then pick a role model, pick somebody who's gone the way you want to go, who's got what you want, and you're like looking at it, you're like, oh man, this road is paved, it's beautiful, this guy's already got there. So, I'm just gonna go. Can't be what you can't see. Start seeing it in your head. If you can't, borrow it from other people until you get to see it. I'm telling you, it starts to, even though it may not be here in reality, but you start seeing it like it is. It really becomes almost like real until it becomes real. Give a shout out to Daniel Song. Give a shout out to Ray Higdon. Give a shout out to John and Nadia Melton. These are like my my role models, and man, these guys are money in the bank. But I mean, Ray and John, and you know. So I appreciate you guys. Hey, maybe you want to tag your mentor, your role model to this, or maybe you have a friend or two that are kind of stuck and could use this message. Share this on your wall, tag them to this. I appreciate that. Love, if you would. Hopefully, you guys got some love, some value, some inspiration from this live. I appreciate you guys. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Feel like this was worthy of sharing. Do what you got to do. Spread the love. And until tomorrow, we'll do it all over again. Much love.